Mercedes-Benz, the brand that practically defined luxury driving, just dropped a bombshell announcement that no one saw coming. After more than a century of perfecting combustion engines, from the iconic AMG roars to silky V8s and V12s, Mercedes has officially announced that it's phasing out gasoline engines entirely, faster than anyone expected. This isn't just a shift, it's a revolution, and it's got investors, dealers, and even Tesla on high alert. Because what Mercedes just unveiled could completely rewrite the future of cars as we know it. According to insiders, the company isn't just transitioning to electric, it's leapfrogging the competition with next-gen solid-state battery technology that promises nearly double the range of current EVs, faster charging than anything Tesla superchargers can handle, and a production cost that could make $100,000 luxury cars obsolete overnight. Imagine a fully electric Mercedes EQS that charges from 10% to 80% in just 10 minutes, and costs less than a base model S-Class did a few years ago. That's not science fiction anymore. Mercedes just confirmed this breakthrough is real and heading to production sooner than expected. And here's where things get even crazier. Alongside this shocking EV tech reveal, Mercedes quietly confirmed a massive overhaul in how they plan to sell cars. No more haggling, no more dealership markups, and no more middlemen. Mercedes is moving toward a direct-to-consumer model, meaning you'll buy your next car straight from Mercedes, not a local dealer. The reaction from dealerships has been pure panic. Reports are already surfacing of Mercedes dealerships across Europe and North America preparing for layoffs, closures, and lawsuits as the brand takes control of its own sales pipeline. One dealer described it as the beginning of the end for the traditional car dealership. But this isn't just about sales strategy, it's about domination. With this move, Mercedes has effectively declared war on Tesla. Their new in-house AI driving system, dubbed MB.OS, is set to rival Tesla's full self-driving. It's powered by a neural network that learns driving patterns in real time, processing data faster than any competitor's software on the market today. Mercedes claims it's already achieving level 3 autonomy in real-world traffic, something even Elon Musk hasn't fully delivered. And if that's true, Tesla might have just lost the biggest technological race in the EV era. Meanwhile, car enthusiasts are split right down the middle. Some are calling it the smartest move in Mercedes' history, while others are accusing the brand of betraying its heritage. Fans of AMG performance models are furious that the company is killing off their beloved gasoline-powered engines. The next generation AMG C63 won't have a roaring V8 under the hood. Instead, it's an electrified hybrid system designed for performance and efficiency. The internet is losing it. Forums are exploding, YouTubers are ranting, and long-time Mercedes loyalists are questioning whether the brand has completely abandoned its soul. But Mercedes seems unfazed. Their message is clear: the future is electric, intelligent, and sustainable. And they plan to lead it, not follow. What's even more surprising is the financial impact. Within hours of the announcement, Mercedes' stock spiked as investors rushed to get in on what many are calling the Apple moment of the auto industry. Analysts are predicting a total restructuring of the luxury market as competitors like BMW and Audi scramble to catch up. Rumors are swirling that Mercedes' new battery technology could soon be licensed to other manufacturers, meaning even its rivals might end up paying Mercedes for access to the very tech that replaces their old business models. And that's not all. Whispers from within the company suggest they're also preparing to launch a sub $50,000 fully electric luxury sedan, something that could disrupt not just Tesla's Model 3, but the entire mid-range EV market overnight. But not everyone is celebrating. Some analysts warn that this level of disruption could trigger a luxury car market crash. Dealership inventories are already being slashed, with upcoming gasoline models canceled mid-production. Owners of current high-end Mercedes vehicles are seeing resale values drop sharply as buyers anticipate the arrival of next-gen EVs. Imagine spending 6 figures on a brand new AMG last year, only to find it worth 40% less today because the company just made it obsolete with an all-electric replacement. The ripple effects are spreading fast, and rival automakers are scrambling to issue statements, spin control, and emergency strategy meetings behind closed doors. And here's where it gets even deeper. Mercedes didn't just announce this change out of nowhere. Sources claim this move has been in development for years under total secrecy. Engineers working on Project Vision EQXX, the ultra-efficient prototype that achieved over 620 miles of real-world range, were reportedly building the foundation for the company's new generation of vehicles all along. What started as a concept car was actually a sneak peek into the blueprint for the brand's future fleet. lightweight materials, solar-assisted systems, and an aerodynamic design that makes today's EVs look like dinosaurs. Mercedes has been playing chess while the rest of the industry played checkers, and now the board is flipped. And as all of this unfolds, one burning question remains. How will this reshape the global auto industry? Will Tesla fight back with even faster innovation? Or will this mark the moment Mercedes officially takes the EV crown? Elon Musk hasn't stayed silent. Within hours of Mercedes' announcement, Tesla fans flooded X, formerly Twitter, and with memes, debates, and bold claims. Musk himself responded with a cryptic post, writing only, "Good luck with that." It's classic Elon. Confident, dismissive, but also maybe a little nervous. Because this time, the threat is real. Mercedes isn't some startup burning through cash. This is a global powerhouse with decades of engineering dominance, billions in R&D funding, and a loyal customer base that actually can afford to switch to luxury EVs overnight. Tesla might have started the electric revolution, but Mercedes looks ready to perfect it. Behind the scenes, reports say Tesla engineers are already dissecting Mercedes' new battery patents and AI systems, trying to gauge just how big the gap is. And if even half of Mercedes' claims about efficiency and cost reductions are true, Tesla could be facing its most serious competitor yet. Industry insiders are calling it the second electric war. Only this time, it's not about who goes electric first, but who does it best. Meanwhile, the dealership fallout is growing uglier by the day. In Germany, several major Mercedes retailers are banding together to file legal action, arguing that the company's direct sales model violates existing franchise laws. Across the US, some dealerships are quietly dumping inventory, slashing prices on unsold models, and even canceling future orders, fearing they'll be cut out of the equation entirely. Videos are going viral showing empty showrooms and frustrated sales staff. People who spent years representing Mercedes now finding themselves sidelined by the very brand they built their careers around. And while dealerships burn, consumers are celebrating. The new direct-to-consumer model promises transparent pricing, no hidden fees, no dealership markups, and the ability to order your car online straight from Mercedes with the click of a button. Early trials in Europe have already shown that customers love it. Delivery times are faster, pricing is consistent, and satisfaction ratings have skyrocketed. Mercedes is betting big that people would rather deal directly with the brand than haggle in a showroom. And if that gamble pays off, it could force BMW, Audi, and even American automakers like Ford and GM to follow suit, effectively wiping out the traditional car dealership model within a decade. But that's just the start. Mercedes also announced a massive expansion of its global charging infrastructure. And here's the twist, it's not just for Mercedes owners. They plan to open it up to all EVs, competing directly with Tesla's supercharger network. The move is being hailed as open source energy, with Mercedes building thousands of ultra-fast chargers across Europe, Asia, and North America. Each charger is powered by renewable energy and capable of replenishing up to 80% of range in just under 10 minutes. It's a bold statement. Not only are they making the cars of the future, they're also building the ecosystem to power them. Analysts say this could completely change the balance of power in the EV world. Tesla's biggest advantage has always been its charging network, but if Mercedes builds something even faster, cleaner, and more accessible, it could erode that edge overnight. And if other automakers start joining Mercedes' network, forming a kind of EV alliance, Tesla's once untouchable dominance could start to crumble. Meanwhile, inside Mercedes' design studios, the future is taking shape. Prototypes of the next generation EQ models are said to feature cabins that feel more like spaceships than cars, panoramic OLED displays stretching across the dashboard, AI co-pilots that learn your habits, and voice systems capable of understanding natural conversation. The company calls it empathetic AI, technology that doesn't just respond, but anticipates what you need before you even ask. Imagine your car lowering the temperature, adjusting the suspension, or suggesting a charging stop because it senses your fatigue or stress level. That's not concept art anymore. Mercedes says it's ready for real-world deployment by 2026. And yet, for all the excitement, there's an undercurrent of unease rippling through the industry. Traditional car makers are scrambling to keep up, while governments are watching closely. European regulators are already hinting at antitrust investigations, worried that Mercedes' new dominance in battery supply chains could squeeze out smaller EV manufacturers. Meanwhile, suppliers, from exhaust system makers to oil filter producers, are staring down the barrel of extinction as Mercedes phases out combustion components entirely. The shift isn't just technological, it's economic, social, and global in scale. And here's where things take an even darker turn. Leaked internal memos suggest that Mercedes' EV push may lead to tens of thousands of job cuts across its manufacturing network. With fewer moving parts and more automation in EV production, traditional assembly line jobs are becoming redundant. Labor unions are furious, calling it the electric betrayal. But Mercedes insists this is the price of progress, claiming new roles will emerge in software development, AI, and battery technology. Still, the human cost of this transition is already becoming impossible to ignore. And as all of this chaos unfolds, whispers are emerging that this bombshell announcement might not even be the full story. Some insiders are hinting that Mercedes is preparing a second wave, an even more radical reveal that could make today's news look tame. Something tied to self-driving fleets, subscription-based ownership, or even partnerships with major tech companies like Apple or Nvidia. The rumor mill is spinning out of control, and one thing's certain: whatever Mercedes has planned next, it's about to push the boundaries of what we thought cars could be. Because here's the thing, this isn't just about cars anymore, it's about control. Mercedes-Benz is positioning itself not as a car manufacturer, but as a mobility empire. Imagine this: fleets of self-driving Mercedes EVs roaming cities, picking up passengers on demand, fully integrated with smart city infrastructure. No drivers, no dealerships, no ownership, just subscription-based access. You don't buy the car, you subscribe to Mercedes' ecosystem, and that's where the real power lies. The company's new digital division, Mercedes Me 2.0, is already being described as the Netflix of mobility. You'll pay monthly for features, maybe heated seats, enhanced performance, or autonomous driving capabilities, all delivered over the air. And while some see this as innovation, others see it as the beginning of a future where automakers own everything and drivers own nothing. What's even more shocking is that Mercedes appears ready to merge luxury with artificial intelligence in a way no automaker has done before. Insiders claim the company is finalizing an exclusive AI partnership that could give their vehicles the ability to learn each driver's personality. The system won't just memorize your preferences, it'll adapt to your mood, your voice tone, and even your driving style. If you're stressed, it'll soften the steering, play calming music, and adjust the ambient lighting. If you're energized, it'll tighten the suspension and switch to sport mode automatically. Mercedes is calling it emotive intelligence, and it blurs the line between machine and companion. Critics argue it's unsettling, even invasive, but Mercedes insists this is the next evolution of luxury, emotional connection through technology. And if that wasn't enough, here's the kicker. The next generation of Mercedes EVs may come with biometric start systems. No keys, no buttons. The car identifies you through facial recognition or fingerprint sensors as you approach. It unlocks, adjusts everything to your profile, and even preconditions the cabin before you step inside. It's convenience beyond anything we've seen, but it also raises huge privacy questions. Who owns that biometric data? How secure is it? Mercedes claims it's encrypted and stored locally, but digital security experts are skeptical. Because let's be honest, when your car knows your face, your voice, and your habits, that data becomes extremely valuable. Meanwhile, social media is on fire. The announcement has exploded across platforms, with hashtags like Mercedes Revolution, Tesla vs Mercedes, and end of dealerships trending worldwide. Influencers are posting reaction videos, analysts are dissecting every line of the press release, and car enthusiasts are arguing over whether Mercedes has just saved the auto industry or destroyed it. Some call it bold, others call it reckless, but everyone agrees nothing will ever be the same again. And while Tesla tries to counter the narrative with updates and new features, Mercedes' strategy is hitting harder than anyone expected. The company isn't chasing trends, it's creating them. They've committed billions to solid-state battery production in-house, locking in energy independence at a time when most automakers are struggling with supply chains. They're also investing heavily in recycling programs, claiming that by 2030, every new Mercedes will be built using 85% recycled or renewable materials. This move isn't just eco-friendly, it's economically brilliant. It positions Mercedes as the leader in sustainable luxury, appealing to younger, climate-conscious buyers who once dismissed the brand as old money. And just as competitors start to digest this bombshell, Mercedes throws another curveball, a strategic alliance with Nvidia aimed at developing what they call the world's smartest car brain. This chip architecture is designed to handle everything from autonomous driving to predictive maintenance and in-car entertainment, running complex AI models in real time. Nvidia's CEO even said this partnership will redefine what a car can do. Think about that, a vehicle that can learn, evolve, and upgrade itself without you ever ever stepping foot in a service center. This isn't just luxury, it's living technology on wheels. But beneath the futuristic shine, there's a storm brewing. Automotive unions across Europe are sounding alarms, accusing Mercedes of prioritizing machines over people. Factory workers are organizing protests, warning that automation will devastate their livelihoods. Governments are caught in the middle, torn between supporting innovation and protecting jobs. Even within Mercedes, there are whispers of internal tension. Traditionalists clashing with the new tech-driven leadership that's rewriting the company's DNA. It's a civil war of ideology, the engineers who built engines versus the programmers building algorithms. And while that internal conflict simmers, another controversy is beginning to surface, one that could turn public opinion fast. Leaked reports suggest that Mercedes' solid-state battery production relies on rare minerals sourced from unstable regions, sparking ethical concerns over supply chains and labor practices. Critics are calling out the brand's green hypocrisy, accusing them of hiding environmental costs behind glossy sustainability claims. Mercedes has denied these allegations, promising transparency, but the damage may already be done. Because in today's hyper-connected world, perception is everything, and one viral story can undo years of reputation in a heartbeat. Still, even with all the backlash, the numbers don't lie. Pre-orders for the next generation EQ lineup are through the roof. The EQS and EQE models are selling faster than any luxury EVs in history, and waiting lists are stretching months ahead. Consumers clearly want what Mercedes is offering: a futuristic performance, elegant design, and a brand that feels like it's finally looking forward instead of clinging to the past. The market has spoken, and it's saying loud and clear, the electric era belongs to whoever dares to lead it. And right now, Mercedes is at the front of that charge. But as history has shown, every revolution comes with consequences, and the auto world is bracing for the aftershocks. Because when a company like Mercedes-Benz changes course this drastically, it doesn't just shift trends, it rewrites the rules. And as competitors scramble to adapt, the question looming over the entire industry is no longer if the combustion era is over. It's whether anyone else can survive what Mercedes has just unleashed. And now, whispers are growing louder that this wasn't just a bold strategic move, it was a coordinated strike. Multiple sources close to the company claim that Mercedes had been quietly preparing this transformation for years, waiting for the perfect moment to pull the trigger. And that moment is now, when their rivals are weakest. BMW is struggling to unify its EV strategy. Audi's parent company, Volkswagen, is knee-deep in internal restructuring. Even Tesla is facing criticism over quality issues and slowing innovation. Mercedes saw the cracks forming and just drove straight through them. In boardrooms across the world, executives are panicking. Reports say BMW has called for an emergency meeting to reassess their 2030 electrification roadmap. Audi is rushing to accelerate its solid-state battery development. Even Toyota, once confident in its hybrid dominance, is feeling the pressure as Mercedes proves that pure electric luxury can be both profitable and desirable. Analysts are saying this could trigger an industry-wide EV arms race, where innovation speeds up so fast that the market simply can't keep up. But here's where things get truly fascinating, and maybe a little frightening. Mercedes' AI system, the heart of their next-gen vehicles, isn't just an onboard assistant. It's part of a global data network. Every car is connected to a massive cloud-based intelligence system that learns from every mile driven, every traffic pattern, every driver interaction. Mercedes calls it collective intelligence mobility. In simple terms, your car isn't just learning about you, it's learning from everyone. The result? Cars that get smarter as the fleet grows. The more people drive, the more efficient, predictive, and autonomous the system becomes. But that raises a chilling question. Who owns that data? If millions of Mercedes vehicles are constantly streaming information into the cloud, what kind of control does the company or governments have over it? Privacy advocates are already calling for investigations, warning that this level of interconnectedness could lead to unprecedented surveillance. Imagine your car being able to predict where you'll go next, what music you'll play, or even your mood, and all that information being logged somewhere. It's a future of breathtaking convenience and unsettling implications. At the same time, Mercedes' aggressive push towards sustainability has sparked another unexpected consequence: a collapse in the value of traditional luxury cars. Collectors who once prized vintage AMG models or flagship V12s are watching their investments plummet. Auction houses are reporting a sharp decline in demand for combustion-powered Mercedes vehicles as the market rushes toward EVs. Some insiders are calling it the Great Luxury Car Reset, a sudden cultural shift where quiet electric sophistication replaces raw mechanical power as the ultimate status symbol. And it's not just about cars anymore, it's about culture. Mercedes isn't selling horsepower, it's selling lifestyle. The company's new campaigns are sleek, minimalist, and filled with futuristic imagery. No engines, no revs, no smoke, just silence and speed. Their message is clear: luxury is evolving. Owning a Mercedes will soon mean being part of a smarter, cleaner, and fully connected world. And for younger buyers, the generation raised on smartphones and AI, that message hits harder than the sound of any V8 ever could.